That date is after Jamil agreed to normalization talks, but only after demanding an incredible amount of recompensation. They claimed the amount of money was justified due to the damages Marol caused, but in actuality, they just wanted money to pay off the astronomical debt forced upon them by the Gylos Empire. At first, Marol refused, so in order to get Marol to accept this condition, Jamil devised a scheme to tip the negotiations. They began preparing the legendary Claw of Flame. There is an old legend in Jamil that we heard as school children about a war with the gods and the formidable Claw of Flame. The gods were upset with humanity and tricked the powerful giants on Earth into attacking the humans. The mighty giants fought a brutal war with the humans, but eventually they discovered the gods had lied to them. Enraged, they tore the ground and even the very heavens with their claws of flame, not stopping until much of the world had been destroyed. Unfortunately, the Jamilian government would make the legendary claws of flame into a horrific reality.
This isn't story hour. If you'd just listen, you'd see she has a point.
Thank you, sir. During this period, Marol was under the impression that it was peacetime. Many of the Zoid platoons had been recalled from active duty, and daily life had effectively returned to normal for most people. However, in Jamil, things were the exact opposite of how they were in Marol. The people of Jamil continued to remain in a militarized state. To them, even though the ceasefire agreement had been signed, it was not peacetime. Instead of preparing for life after the war, Jamil was preparing for their next war. And this is when they secretly began work on their new trump card. Jamil developed and built the greatest weapon in history, the Claw of Flame. The claw was constructed in a remote location. Aside from my father, only the highest officials in the Jamilian government knew of its existence. It was designated the Exeter Project. It's pretty well known that Jamil's weapon technology was years behind Marol's. As such, they were forced to design the claw's primitive guidance system to depend on ground-based lasing of the target by Zoids instead of implementing onboard navigation. They decided to test it on one of our frontmost bases, Zao. At the time, Marol was forced to resume military scrambles on the border. Jamilian Zoids came within 4 kilostroms of Zao base.